Hello again, and welcome to the channel. A couple of times in past videos, I've mentioned depression and side effects and exercise. I'm going to talk about exercise a little bit in this video. And for that, I'm going to give you an idea of what my life was like before I started. I was given my diagnosis of cancer and after. Before I was given my diagnosis, my life was more or less like this. I worked about 6 hours a day, 7 days a week, maybe between noon and 8, with a 6 hour or a 2 hour break in the middle. And in the morning, I woke up at about 5 o'clock and then I went directly to my gym. My gym was in my house. I lived in a small house that had one floor and then the basement, and the basement was very nice. It was nice enough that I had uh, been able to turn my basement into a gym with a Bowflex. I don't know if you're familiar with that machine. I hope I'll be able to show you what a Bowflex looks like in other videos, because I've been able to get a hold of a Bowflex recent. Well, no, I've been able to get a hold of my Bowflex after my diagnosis. So I'll hopefully be able to show you what it looks like, or you can probably look it up on the web. Uh, I got up in the morning. I took a pre-workout drink. I mixed it up. You mix powder with water. You mix it up. I took it to my office because I had several rooms, and I took it to my office. I looked up YouTube videos that had to do with exercise, with workouts, and I loved sitting there in front of my computer watching videos and sipping on my energy drink. After that, I went downstairs to the basement and I worked for about 4 hours. I actually worked 4 hours and I alternated. One day I worked out with weights or some other type of resistance, and another day I worked out with uh, uh, doing cardio on a treadmill, and I worked out on what's called hits, which means you run very fast for about 10 seconds, and then you run very slow for about 10 seconds, or you recover, and then you do it again, you do it again, you do it again for a few times till you've had it, your body's had about enough, and that's about it. And then the next day you go back and do resistance training with weights and machines again. And then in the afternoon, I worked had a business of my own, and I worked on my business. When I was diagnosed with cancer, the doctor told me that I couldn't work out anymore, that I couldn't work with weights, that I couldn't work on the treadmill. And I said, well, that's what I do. I do that all the time. What am I going to do now? And he said, well, you can walk. Walking is a great exercise. You can just walk and work with light weights and do biceps and triceps. And I thought, you got to be kidding. Are you serious? Are you trying to tell me that that is going to give me the challenge that I need to stay fit? And also, he told me, and here is a brace. Wear this brace because otherwise you may hurt your spine. The cancer is getting into your spine and you may hurt your spine to the point that you won't be able to, you may become paralyzed. And I thought, is this what my life is going to be like? I think I'm going to take the chance of becoming paralyzed rather than wearing a brace for the rest of my life, because he wanted me to wear this brace all the time, except I think when I took a shower and when I went to sleep. And I thought, my God in heaven. I mean, talk about depression. Depression. The exercise fights depression. Exercise is the enemy of depression. Those endorphins that are released with exercise make depression go away almost instantly. I wasn't going to give up on exercising, so that's the way it went. It's up to you. Remember, you make your decisions based on your own body, and you have to talk to the people who know you and who know what you can do. I was in very good shape. If you were not in such good shape and you start exercising out of the clear blue sky, you might hurt yourself. So you have to, I guess you got to talk to your doctor. All disclaimers say that. Talk to your doctor, but also talk to people who know you. You may have people who know you. I didn't. I knew myself. So talk to people who know you and ask them if you can exercise and see what they say. Feel them out. Anyhow, if you have any questions, first of all, I may do another video on exercise. I'm kind of crazy about this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. And if you find that the information that I'm giving you is useful, please subscribe to the channel. It tells me whether you're interested in the material or not. So I'll see you next time.